Well, it all started a few years back. Patty and I were talking about things at my house.
We were getting all worked up over something we felt was unjust in the community, and we were being pretty loud.
My mom was in the living room trying to watch a TV show.
Why don't you guys just shut up and
do something about it? And so we did. We created Que Pasa TV.
The voice of the community, and we exist to educate, motivate, and empower you to action.
Todos en el barrio viendo QP. Everybody watching QPTV. Todos viendo QPTV.
Mira lo que pasa a toda la raza. Looking for the truth and tune into Que Pasa. La vida es loca when you're watching QP. Love them to the fullest cause they reppin' LP. Listen carefully about your education. After watching this, they'll give you motivation. Speak your mind, that's su raza. If you're down and proud, necesitas ver Que Pasa. Cruising the strip through East Low, son. On my way to this Latin explosion. See what's going down with CRU at the same time representing MSU.
My name is Maria Hinojosa. You can find me at latinousa.org. I also produce the television show americabythenumbers.org for public television. I came because I was invited to come, and I love Michigan, and I think that Latinos in the Midwest have a very important voice on the national conversation. Just to show some love for my Latina sisters here in East Lansing and MSU.
How many of you know that Latina teenagers have the highest rate of attempted suicide in our country? How many of you knew that? That our population is exploding? Where else is it exploding? It's the fastest growing group of people behind bars. Latinos are the fastest growing group of people behind all bars. Detention, incarceration. How many of you knew that the amount of money that is spent on immigration and detention, of which you are the front lines, is more than all other federal law enforcement agencies combined? Okay, so cabeza en alta, and owning your moment in American history, as leaders in the conversation about what democracy looks like, you are patriots, you are supporting the essence of democracy by coming together like this. And it's not just about buying products. It's about flipping the narrative about who we are as Latinos.
Latina teenagers have the highest rate of attempted suicide. So they don't complete the suicide, but they attempt at the highest rates. My concern about Latina teenagers is that because you're invisible from the mainstream media, because you don't see yourself, because you don't see yourself reflected, it leads to a sense of I don't exist, I'm not important, I'm not valuable. When you couple that with what's happening in your home, if maybe your mom and dad are first generation or you're first generation, y como que no te entienden, then there can be tensions there because you want to be 100% American girl, but they want you to be 100% Latina. This can lead to some friction. And so oftentimes if you don't have good tools, and your community is having a hard time and your school is having a hard time, you might turn to self-harm. If you're ever thinking about anything in terms of suicide, you have to get help right away. And you have to find therapy, and you have to find somebody who you trust. And these are very serious things if you are feeling like you want to hurt yourself. What you also don't want to do is to just drop out. Look, all of us face challenges, every single one of us. From the most famous, from Oprah to, the person who is least known. So what you have to realize is you have to be in it for the long haul, and you have to find a way to make yourself feel strong. What do? I exercise a lot, I run a lot, I dance, I take Zumba, I hug a lot, I take care of myself. Oh my God, do I feel like quitting? All the time. I'm laughing because that's human nature. If you're if you're pushing to do something, it's hard. It's really hard. And so there are days when you're just like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. And what you have to realize is that everybody feels that way. And, you know, like my husband says to me, mientras que estás vivo, hay lucha, right? So as long as you're alive, yeah, you're going to pick yourself up and you're going to fight for that dream again. And you're going to figure out how to make that dream happen. But we all want to give up. And if you think that any, you know, J-Lo or anybody who's big, if you think that they don't think about giving up, you're wrong. They just fight through it. As young Latinas and Latinos, as I said in the speech today, you are being targeted. You have to be very careful with your interactions with law enforcement, and frankly, don't have them. Just don't be around anything that can cause you a problem, because as young men and women who are Latinas and Latinos, you are part of the prison pipeline. And there are private companies that will make money off of you ending up in a cell. They will make money. So you need to understand that that's how these private prisons work. And so there's more interest in trying to find a way to get you in prison, because they're going to make a buck off of that. So don't find yourself ever in a situation that allows you to be there. So what I want is, I want for you guys to actually just own your voice and own your power. Okay? That's the most important thing, and to understand that you are a part of this country, even if you don't see yourself, you are, and you have to own that power. You have to own your stories, and you have to own them in whatever way, whether it's on video or on social media or on YouTube or whatever. You have to find your voice and own it. And understand that you're witnessing an amazing moment in American history. You're part of the transformation. You might feel powerless, I get it, but you also have to understand that if you can harness that, it's actually quite powerful. And we need you to not give up, ever. I'm Maria Hinojosa, and you're watching QPTV. And yo, that's what's up.